chatting at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. On 1st and 10, Lauletta. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. That one goes for 36 yards.
Let's go.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Bortles now on 3rd and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tough roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the first NFL carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now it's Loletta. He finds his target, Fuller. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 51 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Again, it's Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, here's Lauletta. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Aldrick Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. The Jags heading out on offense. Last year we said, Charles, one of these years it has to come together for the Jaguars, doesn't it? Well, guess what? It certainly did. They won double-digit games for the first time in 10 seasons, and they picked up 2 more wins in the playoffs before falling in that tough one to New England.
And they decided that on offense, they were going to be a team that knocked you off the ball and ran it. That's why they drafted Leonard Fournette out of LSU, and he gave them some toughness and an identity. Quarterback Blake Bortles, often criticized, but elevated his play in the playoffs, both with his legs and his arm. But the defense, that's where the big transition happened. Yannick Ngakoue coming off the edge. Calais Campbell, maybe the best player on the defensive line in the league last season. But Jalen Ramsey out at corner, he gives them their swagger, he gives them their look, and he gives them great play on the edge.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. That is a sight, a sack the Giant fans hoping to see more of this year.
Well, we know they put a big emphasis on it in the offseason, and it paid off in a big way early in this game, getting to the quarterback. The Giants know they have to get their pass rush pumped up.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants making their way out, and at this point you would have to think that all mentions of last year maybe erased from team history, or at least that's what they want. Clearly, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, the talent on this team Too good for another 3-13 finish, right?
And I think that was reflected in their draft in 2018. Because if it was an all-out rebuild, they would have drafted a quarterback at number 2. Instead, they drafted Saquon Barkley. So that signals to me they want to get back to running the football and trying to punish people on offense and take the pressure off of Eli Manning. And on the defensive side of the ball, they obviously have to get better. But believe it or not, you know who can really help them there? Their head coach, Pat Shurmur. Comes from a defensive family, understands how valuable it is, and loves the toughness and the identity that a good defense can provide.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll go to Barkley again, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Lauletta looking to throw on second down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Calais Campbell in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
No. Check. Patriots. Patriots. Going on. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
And Lauletta just beating the play clock. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. Telvin Smith, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go. Hey, let's go. Trips left. Green 80.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Bortles. There's the first NFL catch for DJ Shark. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Here we go. Omaha.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His first touchdown as a Jacksonville Jaguar. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you could kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Given 4 on the ground there, they're now left with 3rd and 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw, Lauletta. He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
380. 380.
On 1st down, Bortles. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Bortles. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
380. 380.
To throw, it's Bortles. That's complete, right around the 8. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Gun! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Detroit! Gun!
On 2nd and 10, Lauletta. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Lauletta. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Green to bring it back. Now a hit and a football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first runner off the board. We just saw why. His ability with the ball in his hands to turn a nice little game into something big. He makes plays no matter how you get him the ball.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Touchdown number 1 of the NFL career for young star Saquon Barkley, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, rookie, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Rosas now to kick this one away. Now the return, Rashad Green. And he He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin with a run by Fournette. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Looking back to Leonard Fournette's rookie campaign, over 1,000 yards rushing. And coming into the league, some people saw this kid as an ex-Adrian Peterson. What can we expect from him going forward?
I like the comparison because of the size, the strength, the speed. But I think he catches the ball better than Adrian Peterson. So I think they can up his utilization in the passing game. But what really impressed me was down the stretch in the divisional playoff game against Pittsburgh, hurt his ankle, left the game for a while, and came back and helped power his team to a big victory. Remember, he had some dings at LSU that kept him out of a few games. I thought that was a breakthrough for Leonard Fournette.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Here we go. We got three, fellas. We got three.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Let's go.
From midfield, here's Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They get 20 yards there on 3rd and 19, and an unlikely first down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
39, Lucy.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Bortles. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Bortles now to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough third and goal forthcoming.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Bortles now on third and goal. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And New York set to take the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Hot!
On second down, here's Loletta. And his throw here's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Lauletta. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Barry Church. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Bortles now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. The pitch to Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
Leopard! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta, he'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's a give to Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
The Giants on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. On third down, Barkley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Desperation time on 4th down for Lauletta. Sheds off the tackle. And Ingram holds it in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, 42 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And the lead cut down to 9. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Let's watch it and find out who's right.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Bernardrick McKinney in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Bortles. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go back to Stewart on first. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. On second down, they run with Stewart. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Loletta. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Stewart on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now Loletta. His throw about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Will Fuller, 27 yards. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Rosas now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got the lead by 3, late stages of the game. What's the message here? Just hang on to the football? Is it that simple?
That's exactly right, because ball security is paramount. And you got a small cushion. A field goal can tie you, but you don't even think that way. Just take care of the ball, close out the game.
Will they close it out? We're about to find out. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A handoff to Fournette. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here we go, here we go.
Again, it's Fournette. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Jaguars on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing Week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Jacksonville, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.